The Hankin Academic Arts Building Theater on the Valhalla campus of Westchester Community College was filled to its capacity of about 400, with 200 more in an overflow room for the January 7th ceremonial inauguration of George Latimer as Westchester County Executive. He had taken the formal oath and assumed office on January 1st. Bagpipes and drums and marchers and politicians from both parties were on hand, although Democrat office holders and volunteers who had worked on the Latimer campaign predominated. On stage with Latimer for the event were Westchester District Attorney Anthony Scarpino, Congressman Elliot Engel, State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, State Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins, Congresswoman Nita Lowey, who was the MC, Governor Andrew Cuomo, and County Clerk Tim Idoni. When Attorney General Schneiderman spoke, he made a not-too-veiled reference to the book Fire and Fury, which says White House staffers characterized President Trump as behaving like a child.
And I have to speak and run because I've got places to go and people to sue, but I did not want to miss this opportunity to be here for George's inauguration because I have known and admired George for a long time. And let me make a couple of quick observations. One, George Latimer is a grown-up. And at a time when America is crying out for grown-up leadership, you are providing it here in Westchester.
Cuomo blasted the Republicans' federal tax law changes.
They have assaulted the state of New York. What the tax bill did is it targets the Democratic states to serve as a piggy bank to fund the tax cut in the red states. The state and local issue, loss of deductibility, hurts New York, hurts California, hurts 12 other states. Conveniently, all Democratic states. It takes $18 billion from the state of New York, on top of the $48 billion that the federal government already takes from the state of New York. New York State is the #1 donor state in the nation, meaning we send more money to Washington than we get back. And there is no state in the nation that gives more money to Washington and gets back less than the state of New York. And that's why to steal another $18 billion from New York under the state and local deduction is really reprehensible. It is so bad that our Attorney General had to leave here. You know why? He had to leave because he is suing the federal government for what they're doing to the state of New York.
Cuomo administered the ceremonial oath of office as some of Latimer's family members looked on, and in his remarks, Latimer thanked Republican Rob Astorino for his 8 years of service as county executive and pledged an administration of inclusion and respect.
No Democrat or Republican, conservative, liberal, or moderate need fear that their voice will be ignored. But those voices, all of our voices, should show respect for all other voices. When we raise rudeness to a right, we work at destroying this fragile democracy. We have every right to hold strong beliefs. But when we turn strong beliefs into insulting, accusatory rhetoric, we pit neighbor against neighbor. It is tearing our country apart, and we cannot let it tear our county apart. Let us use each day with urgency. Let us ensure that our finances are sound. Let us ensure that our facilities are repaired and maintained. Let us ensure the services that we must deliver are done well daily, effectively and efficiently in honesty. Let us debate the issues before us: the airport, playland, social services, the environment, housing, consumer protection, immigrant rights, and come to conclusion and decision. And if we do that together, we will have done our jobs as Americans and as citizens of Westchester. Thank you.